And the devastating and deadly wildfires have displaced thousands in Southern California. Many have lost everything in the flames, and the mental health impacts are very real as we all deal with what we've witnessed over the past week. Dr. Damour is an author and clinical psychologist who specializes in the development of kids, and she's here to talk to us now about the emotional aspects of these catastrophic wildfires. Lisa, good morning to you.
Good morning.
So, of course, this is leaving us all super anxious, super concerned, especially the kids. So how can we help them navigate what's happened and the threat that still exists?
So as a first step, we can reassure them that they're probably having a reaction that makes very good sense. I think kids worry that there's something wrong with them if they're upset or that they're supposed to feel happy. I think in times like this, to say to them, if you are feeling anxious, if you are feeling sad, if you are feeling frightened, if you're feeling unsure, that is exactly what you're supposed to be feeling right now, because this is really, really not okay. You're having the right reaction. It's actually proof that you work perfectly. Those uncomfortable, unwanted feelings are not grounds for concern. We're here to help you manage them, but you don't have to be upset about being upset.
And I heard from someone say, don't reassure them if you're not able to, right? Like, don't tell them everything's okay if you don't feel that everything's okay, and kind of limit what they're seeing on TV.
Absolutely. Our kids know us really well. And if we're not being entirely honest, they'll be able to detect that just because they have lived with us, their lives, and can tell when we're not telling them the whole story. And it is true. We do want to limit how much they are exposed to news, how much they're exposed to upsetting information. What they've already been through is far too much. And so the less they have to deal with, the better. So really thinking about ourselves as being a steady presence for our kids, being honest with our kids, and also limiting how much upsetting content they come into contact with.
And for everyone in Southern California, we keep talking about how this is a community-wide event that has touched everyone here. Most of us know people who have lost their homes, who have lost their businesses, at the very least maybe are evacuated. What can we do to reassure each other, and what do we say to people in a situation like that when we want to help?
So if you're offering help, be specific. Don't say, what can I do? People who are in this situation are so overwhelmed, they probably don't even know where to start. So offer concrete, specific things. Say, do you want to come to our house for dinner? Or, I saw that my neighbor is giving away a whole bunch of clothes. I think some of them may be exactly, your size. They may work for you. Do you want me to bring some of those over to you? Be helpful in concrete ways. The other thing I would say for families who are in this, the distress is a done deal. Of course you are upset, and of course your kids are upset. Focus on coping. Focus on healthy coping. Coping in ways that brings relief and doesn't come at a cost. Crying is healthy coping. It's okay to cry. Crying is how we relieve ourselves. It's actually something that resets the central nervous system. And if your kids see you crying, you can say to them, yeah, I'm crying because this is really sad, and it's okay for us to be sad. We're supposed to be sad right now, and crying helps me feel better. And so you don't need to worry about me. This is part of me working towards feeling better.
I think there are so many of us feeling so many different things. I know I even feel guilty at certain stages of the day that I have not had to evacuate my house. I'm okay. But living in this community, having people impacted directly who I know and love, what are the things you say and don't say? You want to be sensitive here. People have good intentions, but often say the wrong thing or feel guilty that they haven't been impacted the way they think they should, or be processing that in some way.
Well, what I would say is, steer clear of false reassurance or sunny optimism for people who are not feeling that way right now. That's not going to help them feel better. And I would say, to the degree that you feel some guilt or sort of survivor's guilt, of escaping this, that's fine. Feel it on your own time. When you are around people who have really been through the worst of this, do not make it about you. Really focus on what you can do for them. And I think the kinds of things that we can say are, look, this is really bad, and I am so sorry for what you've been through. I don't know where this is headed. You don't know where this is headed, but what I can tell you is that I'm going to be here to offer support every step of the way. I'm not going to leave you as you find your way through this.
Great advice.
Thank you so much. Really, really good advice. I think so many people, including us, just don't know what to say, where to go, how to cope. So really helpful information. Thank you so much.